Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the afternoon session. Hello, Susan, and you're very welcome. Thank you all for being here. Haley, Elizabeth, Melmac, Tina, hello, everybody. Hello, Vicky H. You guys are gonna get a little sneak peek of everything that's going to be coming up in the affidavit if and when it is released. Hello to everybody coming in. We will be starting up again shortly. I have put a few of some of the things that happened in this morning's session up on screen at the very top there. I put it into the chat if you guys want to scroll up and read that. If you missed the morning session, there's some things there. So I'm just getting set up here with all my connections here again. Forgot to message my sister to let her know I was going back live. So I'd appreciate it, you guys, if you guys said thank you to all the mods in here too. They help keep this running smoothly. Okay, Cindy, I will check that probably tomorrow morning, because by the time this is done today here, for me, it's going to be 8 o'clock tonight. We are 2 hours ahead of Colorado. So I believe they go until 5:30, 6 o'clock, maybe even longer. I don't know. But yes, the mods are doing an amazing job. I want to thank each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. And my sister should be in here momentarily also. I know she's trying to get some things done at home too. I was able to get at least dinner on and going. So like I said, it's almost 3:30 here, so yes, thank you everybody for coming in. We got about 263. Please smash that like button. Let everybody know that we're gone live again. The like button not only shows your support for me and the channel, but also helps the algorithm get it out there that we are gone live. Like I said in the morning session, I took my monetization off my channel, so there is no super chats, there is none of that stuff. This is strictly for Suzanne and justice for Suzanne and for you guys, so you guys can hear and what is going on, since we are being held from seeing that arrest affidavit. And from the way it stands now, I don't even know if they are going to release it, guys. It's going to be a toss-up. I know we have today and tomorrow for the preliminary hearing, and then we've got a break until the 23rd and 24th of August is when they're supposed to wrap this up. And then they've got 7 days from the 24th of August to decide whether they're going to release it or not. I don't see why or any excuse why it shouldn't be released, because 90% of it is going to come out in this hearing anyway. So let's just hope and pray that we do get it released. So my sister is still driving right now. She will be in the next 10 minutes or so. I don't like it when she tries to do this, and she does, you guys. She tries to do this while she's driving too, and tries to mod the chat, and I just want her to be safe. So yeah, we discussed that earlier this morning, Dana. I don't know if you were here for the morning session, but I made some pretty bold comments, and it's like, this is basically unheard of. And the amount of consideration and babying that Barry Morphew is getting, and him not even having to be shown in the last Zoom and stuff like that, it's totally unprecedented. So I don't know what's going to happen there. I know the media is not happy about him saying that we couldn't watch this via WebEx because it's too much of a distraction for him. But he does have a WebEx going to an overflow room and to the family. Whoever from the family does not want to be there in person and wants to watch it via WebEx. So the WebEx camera is there. So, I mean, I don't buy what he's selling. And I think there's going to be a lot of pushback from media and from the people of the United States. Your rights have been taken away. This is not a transparent justice system that he is portraying from his courtroom. It's not open. It's not transparent, which leads to a lot of not only YouTubers, but others in the social media and others in the general public. What are you hiding? Why aren't you being transparent? We are entitled to this. And the judge took that right away from each and every American. He said that it was on the premise of protecting the daughters. Well, the daughters are in court. The daughters are seeing a lot more than what, well, we're not seeing anything, but they are seeing and hearing everything. They're seeing all the photos, all the exhibits. So the special treatment that he has been given goes out of the scope of protecting anybody or anything. Being that the media can send out information from the courtroom, there should have been a pool camera in that courtroom. And why he is doing this when, you know, the excuses that he used just don't hold water. There was minor children in the Letitia Stout case, the Lori and Chad Daybell case. There's minors there. There's family there. There's kids of the victims there too. And this judge has gone above and beyond protection under the rules that he stated and under the reasons he stated, because he is sending it out WebEx. The kids are in that courtroom and they are seeing if there's any gory pictures or anything like that, those kids are seeing it. So it's time to release that affidavit now. We do have a petition to have that affidavit released. Cindy just put it up in the chat. Thank you, Cindy, for posting that. Go on over there and add your signature to that. And then I believe I'm going to either me or Des, probably Des, because I'm not tech savvy like that. But I think Des is going to be sending that over to Lawrence Scarf. So, you know, that's going to help the media too, with all these signatures, helping them fight their fight to have this released. So it's another 5 minutes, you guys. This should be starting very shortly. Oh, well, welcome to the channel, Liz. Welcome to everybody who has recently joined. I appreciate that. I also do reads, oracle reads. I have a special deck that I use that is an ancestor deck. It was made for me by my elders. I do a lot of readings, and you will notice as these cases are now going through, you can go back and look at those readings from the very beginning, the readings that I did that are matching perfectly. So a lot of people, you know, and to each their own, a lot of people don't believe in oracle or tarot readings. But when the readings have been done a year ago and I put information out and other tarot readers, I'm not a tarot reader. I'm an oracle reader. I don't read tarot, but there's a friend of that I call a friend, Megan, who is over at Southern Soul Tarot. She reads great. She gives you really good explanations. And you go back to our readings from back then, and you will see how things are lining up with what came out a year ago. We can't change videos that we put out a year ago. So as well, yes, as well as the one of the more recent ones with the Summer Wells case and the other cases there, that things are lining up. And as this case is being brought into the public eye and evidence is being shown, you can go back and look at those readings that I've done, and you will see it came out a year ago. Things that are happening right now in the Suzanne Morphew case Came out in my reads a year ago. So, okay, so I'm going to take 5 minutes, you guys, just to get all my ducks in a row here. Please don't go anywhere, and this will be starting in 5 minutes' time. I just need 5 minutes to get things organized here, and we will be up and running, and I will be bringing you everything live from the courtroom once again. So give me 5 minutes, and I will be back very shortly. Okay, and I'm back, you guys. Thank you, Des, for throwing that up. There's my sister. She's in here now. Thank you for throwing up that link for the petition to go sign for everybody. This is going to be starting momentarily. I have 3 feeds up right now, you guys. So I will be able to start giving you more information. Renee, please check your PayPal when you get a chance. Well, again, thank you. Oh, thank you, Renee. I appreciate that very much. Like I said, I did take the monetization off my channel. So thank you for that. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you. Okay, Indiana, 20 minutes from where Suzanne used to live. I think Indiana is far from Colorado. I think it's a lot farther than 20 minutes. Unless that is meant for something else, I'm missing a lot of the... Okay, so Barry Morphew's sister, mother, and 2 daughters are in the courtroom. People are starting to file back in, so this is going to be getting going again momentarily, you guys. So just to give a little bit of a recap, you guys, the defense has now tried to throw out that there's some doubt being raised by his Barry's attorneys about an alternate suspect. That DNA that was found on a glove box of Suzanne's Range Rover came back with partial profile, which matched 3 male profiles in CODIS, which is a prison database, who were involved with sexual assault, and that Barry Morphew's DNA was excluded. Now, he has enough friends in places that he would know to wear gloves, but I do believe he took that Range Rover to Indiana. So that those prints could be friends of Barry's that he got to maybe help him. We do know that it's been said that Barry was adding, Barry said that the night of May 9th into May 10th, that Suzanne was adding a bunch of males from Indiana on her Facebook. I believe that was him doing it. And I do believe that he could have done this too. I do believe that he could have paid somebody off to say that she was in a relationship with this guy. Now, there is a correction I want to make from something I said earlier this morning. When I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. I did make a mistake. Apparently, this Jeff Libler guy that Suzanne was apparently seeing, he said that they did only meet 6 times in 2 years of this affair. He said that him and Suzanne had an ongoing affair for 2 years, but they only seen each other in person 6 times. I thought that the police were saying that they only met with this guy 6 times to take his statement, but no, this guy did say, so I apologize to the subscribers that had it right. I had it wrong. So thank you for keeping me on my toes with that. And I did look into it and check it out. And yes, this Jeff Libler said that him and Suzanne only met 6 times and that they had an affair for 2 years. Now, is that somebody Barry paid off? Is this somebody that Barry added that night that we believe Barry was adding to Suzanne's Facebook, all these guys? Okay. And apparently there's hundreds of hours of secret phone conversations. So, yeah. Do I believe that Suzanne was having an affair and that she told absolutely nobody? Personally, I don't believe it. I really don't. And if she was having an affair, I believe she would have at least told her best friend. This is what we are going to be looking for, because her best friend, okay, we'll talk about that after the agent is back on the stand. I'm just checking all the different tweets and different places I'm getting information from the court. Okay. So Agent Harris is back on the stand and the prosecution is questioning him. Oh, so that guy, so I know you guys would have been jumping on there and trying to figure out, excuse me, everything that you could about this guy. We're seeing from people in chat that he could possibly be a friend from school or baseball or something like that. But there's nothing saying that this wasn't one of the guys that was being added that night and Barry paid him to say that he's been having an affair. Who knows? We don't know. We got to wait until all the evidence comes out, you guys. Yeah, and why would she record herself? But they say that there's 5 hours of audio recording of Suzanne talking to this guy. So I'd like to know what's on them. Was it sexual in nature? Was it relationship in nature? Or was it just, somebody she turned to vent to, try and get opinions from or help from? We don't know, right? This could have been very innocent. If there is this guy, this could be very innocent. It could be a male friend she had. and maybe they're looking into it more than what is there. Thank you for everybody that is going to sign the petition. We will be handing that off, I believe, to Lauren Scharf. You'd have to ask Desiree about that because she will have to be doing that because I don't know how to do it. So I believe that that would be safe hands to put this petition in, is in the hands of Lauren. I don't know how to say her last name. Okay, so I'm going to start paying attention, you guys, to all these different avenues that I'm getting information from so I can bring you up to date. Okay, so this one person who is reporting from the courtroom and that I'm getting information from, she is stating, in a socially distanced Chaffee County courtroom, Barry Morphew looks back to the row where his sister, mom, 2 daughters sit in support of him. FBI agent Harris, a victimology expert, continues testimony in day 1 of the preliminary hearing. So it is well underway. And as I did this morning, I will be bringing you everything that I get as I get it. Nothing else has popped up yet, you guys. Like I said, I'm checking 3 different screens here. And so far, all we know is that Agent Harris is back on the stand. Yes, I believe the technology is going to be his downfall. And don't forget, you guys, they don't have everything yet. It's still ongoing. They're still getting more information on the daily. And I think that there's going to be a lot of stuff with this Agent Harris that is not going to be allowed in. He is a victimologist, so he's basically somebody who's going to get on the stand and say that how a victim would react or how a victim would be, all about victimology. Okay, so I think that this is going to be a lot of the stuff that the defense is going to fight against being allowed in the record. So like I said, I'm in Canada. I know a lot of our laws are the same, but I know a lot of our laws are also different. So I'm going to give you the best legal standpoint that I know from being in the criminal law field for over 30 years. If I don't know something, I will say I don't know. I'd rather, say I don't know than give you guys wrong information. But if I do know that it's accurate, then I will let you guys know that. Okay, so back to the messages between Suzanne and her best friend, Sheila Oliver. Suzanne told Sheila didn't know what would set Barry off. So she didn't know what would set Barry off and what wouldn't. Agent Harris said Suzanne told Sheila that when Barry turned off his phone, that she had a suspicion of him having an affair. So I guess Barry was in the habit of turning off his phone when he was out and about. So either he couldn't be tracked or messages from Suzanne wouldn't bother him. I don't exactly know why, but I'm just assuming that he would turn it off. So if he was with somebody, that person wouldn't see what, his wife messaging him, right? Would kind of put a damper on things, don't you think? Apparently Barry's one attorney, Nielsen, is still frustrated that the judge did not allow her to recross Alex Walker, the detective that was first on. She's still showing that she is very much upset and frustrated regarding that. So they are going over the text messages between Suzanne and her best friend, Sheila. Okay, where is Cat H in here? Thank you, Cindy. You're amazing. Thank you, Des. I don't see Cat H in here. There you are. Okay, Cat H, type something else to the screen, please. I want to make sure you got your wrench. There you are. Okay. I forgot to turn slow mode on. So I'm adding another mod just to help with the chat. Yes, Kimberly, I agree. Sales side mice, do you have a problem? And if you have a problem with me acknowledging the subscribers that are coming in, I think that maybe this isn't the channel for you. I don't take kindly to being called out for mentioning my subscribers' names and saying hello to them in my chat. I'm not telling you anything, then I think, how about this? Bye. Bye. I don't put up with that. I show appreciation to my subscribers because I do appreciate them coming in here and supporting me. And anybody who doesn't like that, then you can leave. Don't come in here and troll my channel and start calling me out for being thankful to the subscribers I have that come in here. It's not going to work here. Yeah, I got mods on it. Mods, anything like that, kick them out. You know, we don't do that here. I respect every one of my subscribers, and I will stick up for every one of yous. And I'm not going to let anybody tell me that it's annoying or rude or this or that because I'm doing shout outs to my subscribers. When I have a few breaks here, when there's no information coming in, I will take the time to do it. And nobody's going to tell me or put me down for doing that. So, and I don't allow bullying or anything like that on this channel. So you don't like it, hop out now. Oh, sorry about that, you guys. It just really irritates me because I believe in respect. You want respect, you give respect if you want it back. And I respect and appreciate each and every one of you here. Okay, so sorry, there's some new comments that came in. Okay, so back to this, the text message thing. Text messages reveal that Suzanne wanted to wait until Macy was on her own out of the house before she separated from Barry. Agent Harris mentioned that Sheila told him in 2018 Barry allegedly pushed Suzanne into a closet and put a gun to his head and asked her if this is what she wanted. Lots of narcissistic behaviors there. Okay, and there's another one. FBI agent Harris is testifying about messages between Suzanne and her friend Sheila. Suzanne details arguments between her and Barry, including one where Barry holds her down on the bed and doesn't let her get up while they were arguing. And this is why, you guys, I'm getting information from different sources because everybody adds a little bit different. So we're getting the best of both worlds here. These are text messages from September of 2019. Suzanne was texting Sheila about divorce and didn't think Barry would take the high road. Jill, the private investigator, I'm sorry if you feel that way, but I'm not going to sit here either and take crap from somebody posting a comment saying, complaining about me acknowledging my subscribers that are coming in. I'm not going to put up with that. So I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I'm not going to deal with it. This is my channel, and everybody that comes onto my channel, I have told them, you are safe here. You are not going to be attacked here, etc., etc. But I'm not also going to put up with anybody attacking me or telling me how to run my channel or telling me that it's annoying and everything else, that I'm acknowledging people as they come in. If they don't like it, they can leave. And I'm done wasting time addressing that when I've got 3 pages here to watch. Thank you, you guys. Thank you. I believe Barry may be heading for the death penalty. I'm trying to answer subscribers that have legitimate questions or comments here, and I'm not going to put up with trolls coming in and pulling stuff like that. It's just not going to happen. So if they don't like it, whoever doesn't like it, they can just find the door. Thank you, everybody. Yes, this is about Suzanne. That's one of the reasons I took the monetization off too. Yes, so my moderators know, please don't put up with any of that. Anybody wants to put something negative up there, put them out. Okay, so Roberta says we don't have the death penalty in Colorado. Okay. Okay, yeah, Lady of Angels is saying the same thing, that she does believe that Colorado got rid of the death penalty. So I guess that they will not be able to seek the death penalty. Thank you for that, you guys. I appreciate you. Okay, so back to this. Now I'm getting all flustered here, losing my train of thought. Okay, so Agent Harris had mentioned that Sheila told him in 2018 that Barry allegedly pushed Suzanne into a closet. Okay, we already talked about that. And also that now Sheila also said that she asked Suzanne how she would support herself. She had texted Sheila, I just wish he would get fed up with me and let me get out of the marriage. Suzanne also communicated with Sheila that she was done with their marriage and it was just about when. The defense attorney is asking and wondering what time these text messages were sent, and these are screenshots, so they were not able to tell them what time. So the defense is fighting back regarding these text messages. So by the sounds of it, Suzanne was telling Sheila that she was just waiting for Macy to be out and on her own before she separated from Barry. But apparently things were getting very bad. And so far from what I'm seeing here is from even back in 2018, when Barry pushed her in a closet and put a gun to his head and asked her, is this what you want? So, I mean, this has been going on for a couple of years. And don't forget, you guys, in the meantime, she's fighting cancer. So can you imagine this? Oh my gosh. So back in 2019 is when Suzanne communicated with Sheila that she was done with their marriage and it was just about when. And that's, I guess, around the same time she made the comment that she was just waiting for Macy to be out on her own. Okay, so they're also hearing about texts between Suzanne and her best friend Sheila. Suzanne confides about her failing marriage. She was worried that Barry was rounding up their girls against her. She hoped he would get tired of her and just leave. Another text message from Suzanne. I'd live in a shack right now. I'm sure he won't make it easy. He has always wanted control. So that's another message from Suzanne to her friend Sheila. The girls are in the courtroom and listening to all this. And like I said, you guys, there's no reason why this affidavit shouldn't be released. None. Because the girls are hearing everything now anyway. So I can't see any reasoning now. They've had time to go over it, and now they are sitting in the courtroom. It doesn't seem like they are being fazed by anything that they seen in that affidavit. They are still very much supporting their father. So I don't see why this affidavit should not be released at this point. And I do believe that the media outlets, news outlets, are going to fight for it to be released, since the children of the marriage are in the courtroom and are hearing everything anyway. Des, somebody is asking for the link to the petition again. Yes, very, very, very much was there for the money. Okay, so FBI Special Agent Ken Harris on the stand is saying Suzanne was starting to become more independent. She was waiting until her youngest daughter was out of the house. She thought Barry was holding money and their daughters over her head to keep control. Okay, so Des did go ahead and look this up, and apparently the bill to for the death penalty was signed on March 23rd, going into effect on July 1st. So if you committed a crime before July 1st that is death penalty eligible, you are still eligible for the death penalty. So I do believe that he will still be eligible for the death penalty. Thank you for that very much, Des. So this is troubling. She was waiting until her youngest daughter was out of the house. She thought Barry was holding money and their daughters over her head to keep control of her. According to Harris, when Suzanne told Sheila that she wanted to leave Barry, he responded by saying, "How would you pay for things like your medical bills for cancer?" Very manipulative. Yes, so by the looks of it, yes, Stace on the case says, so this has been going on for, whoops. I just missed you. The chat is flying for me here. So this has been going on for a while. Yes, he knew what he was going to do. He knew what he was going to do, and he knew that Suzanne wanted out. So I believe that this is one of the reasons why he made her use her inheritance, that $500,000 that she got to buy this house. So he had more control over what money she could have. So, like, in other words, from me, if that was being said to me in how I would have taken that is he was not intending on giving me a penny if I left. Okay, so apparently the screen at the courthouse is not showing the text messages. So they are reading the text messages between Suzanne and her best friend, Sheila Oliver. They're reading them out loud. That's got to suck. Yeah, I don't know what those papers were that he was trying to force her to sign. So they're having a problem with one of the projectors or something that's not showing the text messages. So they are still reading. I'm assuming that they are still reading the text messages between Suzanne and her friend out loud. I believe that she moved to Colorado because the daughters were in Colorado and she wanted to be closer to her daughters. Okay, you guys, there isn't many new comments coming out, so give me 5 minutes. I just got to check on dinner that I'm making, and I will be right back. You guys are just checked again. I just refreshed everything and there is nothing yet. No new comments. I've checked all 3 sources and there's nothing yet. So Kita, I don't think they were power of attorney papers. I think they were other things that he wanted to sell, other properties, etc. And she was refusing to sell it because she didn't know where the money, like she'd already stated to her friend that she thought he was hiding money. So she's not going to liquidate anything else to give him, the chance to hide the money from that too. So the power of attorney papers were after she went missing, within like a couple of weeks of her going missing. He had power of attorney papers drawn up and issued by a judge in Indiana and then had them transferred to Colorado. So he really did a sneaky move there and did a backdoor move. They did have their house in Indiana on the market when this happened. And he told the judge in Indiana that he needed power of attorney because Suzanne was missing and this deal needed to go through, that it was started before she had gone missing. So the judge agreed to give him the power of attorney. As soon as he got that, he transferred that power of attorney to Colorado and put it in front of a judge in Colorado. Colorado judge says, oh, okay, well, Indiana gave it to you. We got to honor that here. So that's how he got that. He really backdoored and was sneaky about it. So obviously he's got friends in high places that know what they're doing and know how to get around things. Still nothing new, you guys. Okay, so here's another updated one. Agent Harris and prosecution detailing text messages between Suzanne and her good friend Sheila shortly before Suzanne disappeared. She and Sheila were speaking regularly about the possibility of Suzanne leaving Barrie. So that was their latest text. So I'm assuming that these were some of the things that she was talking to Sheila with the night of May 9th. Creative floral designs. I don't know where you got that. Again, I'm asking that if you guys are getting information from other sources, please don't post them in the chat, because I can't comment on stuff that I'm not seeing, and I don't see that in any of the ones I'm following that's been said. So please don't, if you are watching another outlet, please don't be posting what they're saying over there, posting into my chat, please. If one of the mods can remove that, well, here, I will. Rapview, there's no way you're getting info from WebEx unless you're sitting in the courtroom, because it's not being streamed. I don't want anything from any other source being posted here except for what I post, because I'm trying to stay on track here with what I'm getting so I can reply to it and put it in order. When I get other people posting what they're hearing on other channels, I can't verify that that has actually been said and been and is true. So I don't want it posted here. The only thing that I want posted in here is facts that I'm getting right direct from news that are in the court. He thinks he hacked it. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that. I haven't been able to check PayPal, Rebecca or Jennifer, because I've got about 4 or 5 different screens open as it is, but I want to thank you very much. Okay, well, I don't want that shared in here, Wrap View, because I am not allowed to broadcast that. So please do not share that, and please do not use anything that you see there in the comment section here. Please just keep that to yourself. There are things that are going to be going on in the courtroom that the judge is going to order that the media cannot comment on, and I'm not going to have my channel taken down or a strike or anything because things are being reported on my channel that the judge has said is not allowed. So please do not repeat anything that you are hearing. If you are indeed in that WebEx, please do not repeat it here, and do not share anything from that here. That's called Wrap View. I'm just saying that now that people know that you are apparently in that WebEx, I don't want any of that shared here. So mods, if you can just keep an eye on that, please. Okay, so Lauren is saying that in one of the texts, Suzanne said he threw the 70/7 at me. That's a scripture reference, how many times they should forgive somebody else. Always using scripture when it's convenient. This is another text to Sheila from Suzanne. Another one from Suzanne. It's Jekyll and Hyde again. He and Mal, I'm assuming that's Mallory, were together last night, probably switching it on when he talks with her. I feel like I'm crazy. I just had a conversation with him, pretty much told him I can't be healthy and stay in this. Thank you, Rapview. Uh, Jennifer, no, Rebecca, Jennifer, no, you weren't timed out. It's on slow mode, so you can only type once a minute. It's just so I can try and stay caught up with the chat and the messages here. I mean, Forever Young, this is the way criminal cases go. There's always, well, unless whoever's being charged waives their right to a preliminary hearing or a pretrial, this always happens. So, um, I mean, it's being put out by media, by the newspapers. They're going to all be reporting on it tonight. So nothing's going to be secret. So, okay, so now speaking about Suzanne's affair, Jeff Libler and Suzanne reconnected after Suzanne reached out via message and said, "Howdy, stranger," then spoke mostly on the phone. I doubt the kids are going to testify if they are at the preliminary hearing. So, emotional day in court for Suzanne Morphew's daughters. Many texts wove around how worried she was about her daughters, and especially the youngest, who still lived at home. In court, the daughter's head is down. Her sister holds her as she sobs. They're giving each other Kleenexes. So, I mean, this is starting to hit them. Okay, so another text message. Suzanne Morphew says, "I feel bad. I don't want to cause him to have to do this. There's just become a point that the reality of what never been there is sovereign, and I've accepted what is. He can't change the core person, you know? Makes me wonder what the young me was thinking." Wow. Sheila says her and Suzanne spoke almost every day. September 2018, they became physical in February of 2019 in New Orleans. Agent Harris said they didn't have sex on that trip, but fooled around in the hotel. So regarding the affair that Suzanne apparently was having with this Jeff Libler. Apparently they started chit-chatting in September of 2018. They became physical in February of 2019 in New Orleans. Agent Harris says they didn't have sex on that trip, but fooled around in the hotel. Yes, the guy's last name is Libler. Jeff Libler. So there's discussion going on about how Suzanne and Jeff L. started their affair. Started with a text from Suzanne to Jeff, howdy stranger, ended up with lots of communication over LinkedIn, WhatsApp, and text. They saw each other 6 times beginning in New Orleans. Okay, so the week of May 5th to the 10th is where Suzanne and Barry Morphew were alone. Suzanne dropped Macy off in Gunnison with her sister Mallory for their road trip. So they were gone since the 5th, you guys. And they were supposed to be returning on the 10th. Okay, so my sister is asking me to repeat something that was said. Okay, there was a text message from Suzanne. Now, I'm just repeating this. I've already told you guys about this one, but my sister wants me to repeat it. The text message from Suzanne to Sheila said, I feel bad. I don't want to cause him to have to do this. There's just become a point that the reality of what never been there is sovereign. I've accepted what is. He can't change the core person, you know? Makes me wonder what the young me was thinking. Libler and Suzanne would message each other on LinkedIn. Libler said, on May 6th, I know these next few days were going to be rough. They also sent pictures to each other. You guys got to give me a second. Okay, there's some updates here. Those are the ones that were already out. So if you see a long break with me, you guys, it's because there's nothing there to report. And I am trying to check on what I have in my oven at the same time too, but there's no updated. There's nothing updated yet. The last thing that was posted was the week of May 5th to 10th, where Suzanne and Barry Morphew were alone. That Suzanne dropped Macy off in Gunningson with her sister Mallory for the road trip. That's the last that we've got so far. No, your audio's not out. I keep refreshing to see. Oh, okay. So the last communication was, and they're using military time, so 14:11 on May 9th between her and Jeff Libler on LinkedIn. That was the last communication they had, was on May 9th at 14:11, which would be 2:11 in the afternoon. It's not stating Schottenkind. They're not saying what that message said, but they're just saying that the last communication from Suzanne, between Suzanne and Jeff, was on May 9th at 14:11, which would be 2:11 in the afternoon. So if you guys hear like a long break between what I'm saying, have no fear. It's because there's nothing that has been put up. So I don't know what this meant, but on May 6th, when this Jeff guy messaged Suzanne, he said, I know these next few days were going to be rough. That was on May 6th. And they also sent pictures to back and forth to each other. So what did he mean by, I know these next few days were going to be rough? Did they have something planned? That's hard to say. But on May 9th was the last communication from Suzanne to Jeff at 2:11 in the afternoon. So it, to me, and this is only my opinion, you guys, that it almost sounds like they had something planned And he knew it was going to be a rough few days. And then the message, I don't know what that message said, the last communication that Suzanne sent him on May 9th. I don't have no idea. They haven't posted that. Okay, so according to Harris, here we go, you guys. According to Harris, Suzanne wanted to be married to Jeff Libler. Libler got rid of his LinkedIn account. He learned about Suzanne's disappearance on May 12th when somebody sent him a link. So from what this FBI agent is saying, whatever he's read in these texts and everything else, he's saying, or these conversations, he's saying that Suzanne wanted to be married to Jeff. Okay, you guys got to give me 5 minutes. I just got to turn my dinner over in the oven. Let me just check to see if there's anything new. Okay, so there's one more that Suzanne had told Jeff that she couldn't get a divorce because of biblical reasons. She also told Jeff that she would ride mountain bikes in the afternoon. He also looked up trails that she could try. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. I got everybody fed. It's going on dinner time here, so. Okay. So there's two new ones. Harris said that Barry would tell Suzanne, "Don't worry, one day you'll find your Fred." The agent explained that Fred is her stepfather, Suzanne's mom's second husband. So apparently this is what Barry had told Suzanne at one point in time. I don't know if they've got that out of a text message or where they got that. But the FBI agent said that Barry told Suzanne, "Don't worry, one day you'll find your Fred." So, and then Barry Morphew's attorney, Iris Eaton, is now cross-examining the special agent from the FBI. If I do mute you guys, it's because I am eating my dinner as I'm doing this for you guys, and I don't want you to hear me chewing. Now, I do realize, Kat, that there's no death penalty in Colorado now, but it only came into effect July 1st of 2020. So any murders that took place, like murders like this that took place before July 1st, then I believe that my sister looked it up, and I think she said that anything before July that happened before July 1st, 2020, that would be eligible for the death penalty is still eligible. It's anything committed after July 1st, I believe. I'm not sure about that. I think one was the oldest one was about to go off to college, and the younger one was still at home. Oh, thank you. Rapview, where did you hear the judge confirm that? I did. Diane Harlow wants to know, what did I cook for dinner? I cooked a full chicken on a rotisserie and some Caesar salad. That's about all I had time to get ready. Pop rocks. I don't have any pasta. Okay, so Iris Eaton is cross-examining the special agent from the FBI, and Eaton is asking if Harris is doing interpretations of the text messages. He said Sheila was providing her interpretations. The phone records were collected too, as well as multiple interviews. Well, that was an experience. I couldn't figure out why my Caesar salad was so dry tasting. In my rush to get back to this, I forgot to put my salad dressing on it. The life and times of Willow and technology. Huh. Struggle is real. Wakey wakey, what are you talking about, please? Okay. No, I'm not going out for dinner. Jijo, I made dinner. I'm trying to pay attention to everything. But I was asking Wakey Wakey Eggs and Bacon. I don't think anyone was rude, just saying it's a bit annoying, which is after saying it multiple times. Like I said before, you guys, if anything that I do here is annoying you, then go to a different channel. I'm not about to change the way I do things. It's worked for me this far, right? And that's not to be rude or anything. I just don't have the time to deal with it. Okay, I got you. Like, this is real life for me too, you guys. It's like I'm trying to do 4 things at once. Okay, so nothing new yet. Okay. She kept a lot of secrets Her sister also said that Suzanne is very good with keeping secrets, Eaton said. Harris replies, I don't recall. Wakey Wakey says, it's okay, Willow. People are just coveting the rotisserie chicken. Yeah, and I'm not getting to eat it. It's sitting right here in front of me. Pop rocks. I can honestly say that I never in my almost 60 years have I ever sat and stared at a pulsating set of angel wings for over 6 hours. Laugh out loud. You're my first. Yay! I'm glad I'm your first, Pops. Yes, let's hope that this is swift for Suzanne. Elaine Lemoyne, they just started today. Today is day one. They've got 3 more days of evidence to produce. They're going from the beginning. They're starting everything at the beginning. So when they feel things started going wrong at the Morphew residence, don't lose hope, please. Okay, so this FBI agent is saying Sheila Oliver was a college roommate of Suzanne's, that they were the best of friends. However, she did not know about Jeff Libler. She never mentioned this male friend to anyone. It was hard for them to believe that Suzanne would have an affair. This affair was not a one-night stand. It was 2 years long, and in other states, Eaton said, Harris said it was from September 2018 to May 9th, a year and a half. So I find it very hard to believe that they could carry on an affair that long and her not say nothing to her best friend about it, unless this is a lie. And from what we've seen, Suzanne shared a lot with her best friend. So I don't know why she wouldn't have shared this. Tracy, the preliminary hearing is to show that there's enough evidence to take Barry Morphew to trial. I do believe that it will all come out at the trial. If this ends up going to trial, which I believe it will, that will come out at trial. All they got to do right now, you guys, you got to remember, the prosecution's not going to give everything that they've got. This is not the trial. This is just a prelim. All they have to do is show that there is enough evidence that they have to show that Barry did this. And they need that to take him to trial. See, that's what I'm saying. I have no idea why she wouldn't tell her best friend. Her best friend wouldn't say nothing to Barry. So that is really making me wonder if this is even true or not. Yeah, I'm questioning it. Like, is this even true? Or is this something else that, did Barry pay somebody else to say this and that? Could she have been talking to this Jeff guy as a friend, for like as a confidant, like somebody she knew from school? Right. The best and the deepest evidence is going to be shown at the trial. Okay, here's another name thrown into the mix. Agent Harris said that Holly Wilson, a friend of Suzanne's, would record conversations with Barry. Investigators played the audio of Suzanne and Jeff from the spy pen to see if they knew who this man was. They had heard the convo but didn't know the depth of the relationship. Wow. Okay. So why was this friend, Holly Wilson, recording conversations with Barry? Okay, so now it's being said that because Sheila wanted to help out with any investigation as well as Holly. Harris said Barry told investigators that he didn't know about an extramarital affair. Yeah, I'm starting to believe that too, Pamela. Yes, exactly. I don't think that she wouldn't have told her best friend. If it went on as long as they're trying to say that it went on, there's no way you could hide something like that from your best friend. So I'm on the fence right now with this. I don't know. I just don't know. The spy pen belonged to Suzanne. Yeah, I do agree that people do keep a lot more secrets when they have a lot more to lose. I myself, I don't keep secrets because I rat myself out. Like it always slips out or whatever. I can't keep a secret. Like nobody asks me to do birthday parties, surprise birthday parties anymore because I always give it up. Um, and it's just, I guess, the nature of me. I just speak what's on my mind, and I don't worry about what I can say and what I can't say because I just speak the truth, right? So I could see how that may be a problem, but this is her best friend. This is her best friend that already knew that the marriage was bad, that she was being mistreated. You know, why wouldn't she have shared that with her best friend? Okay, so Suzanne told Sheila that she wanted a spy pen in January. She wanted to catch some conversations and put it in Barry's truck. Okay, well, that makes sense because they did catch Barry in some listening to some true crime or whatever about women going missing who've been riding bikes. That was caught on the spy pen. Well, biscuits and gravy, we don't know, right? All we know is what's being said. They are saying that to them it seemed like she was in a relationship. I don't know. I believe that. Could very well be. Okay, so we're on an afternoon break for the next 10 minutes, you guys. So I'm going to mute out my mic and hopefully get as much of my dinner into me as I can during this 10-minute break. Um, I will be back at 3:10, which is 5:10 my time here, Eastern. Okay, hello everybody. We are back. Well, thank you everybody for being here too. I'm trying to see as much of the chat as I can. I had to clean up because, of course, even a grown man eats and runs. Nobody cleans up, nothing. So I had to at least get that cleaned up. So I will eat my dinner later. Spy pen is over the top. Yeah, I didn't know that existed. Like, I remember Inspector Gadget, and there was things that Inspector Gadget, if you guys ever remember that cartoon. But to know that anybody can now just buy a spy pen, that's interesting. Yes, I agree. Everybody should be able to hear me. There's nothing new yet. Yeah, I used to use a very small digital recorder, and I also had a flat recorder. Well, I'm not sure if there's something legal that can be done about it, but morally, absolutely, it's wrong to bash someone who is deceased and not able to defend themselves. So, I mean, it's a double-edged sword there, because they can say now whatever they want to say, and Suzanne's not here to defend it. Okay, can you guys hear me? Okay, so the ones that are saying that they can't hear me, check your volume. You might have it turned off. They're saying they're calling it a fair because of what was overheard, I guess, on the recordings. But one, like, I call everybody hun. So if I'm on the phone talking to some guy saying, hi, hun, you know, blah, 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 I call everybody hun. I call my kids hun. I call my granddaughters hun, you know? So, I mean, one person's way of speaking, I don't know. I'm just having a hard time with this affair thing. Let me check and see if anything is here yet. Nope, still nothing. Still saying they're on break. I haven't heard that they used to date, so let's not put anything out there that hasn't, unless it's been put out via a verified source. I'm not into rumors and gossip. All we know at this point, what was told to us, is that she knew him from back in their high school days. We do not have verification that they actually dated at one time. Thank you, Daz. Yeah, I mean, I put my whole day on hold to bring this to all of you. The like is free. I'm not monetized. I don't ask for super chats. All I ask is please hit that like button. Yeah, LH says Suzanne was so isolated in Colorado with bad cell service, then living with a control freak. Yeah, who wouldn't want to flee something like that? Okay, let's not make assumptions, you guys, please. The woman is not here to defend herself, and comparing Suzanne Morphew to Bill Clinton is a little over the top. Let's not do that. Let's not victim bash her. Exactly. Thank you for that, good grandma. Yeah, I have a friend of mine too, Allie, calls everybody love or love thee. Yeah, I didn't like that comment at all. And I can't, my chat is going so fast. Okay, there it is. Like, that was just wrong. Don't come here and victim bash. That's very possible, Missy Cat. Very possible. We don't know, but we are going to find out. There, good grandma calls everybody sweet pea. So, I mean, yes, DJ, thank you. We all have dirty laundry. We all have skeletons in our closets. We all have things that we have done that we're not proud of. So, I'm not going to put up with anybody coming on here and victim bashing. It's like, no, it's not going to happen. So, yes, I did time her out for 5 minutes. And if it happens again, it's just going to be an automatic block. Aw, thank you, Lisa. You guys are all the best too. Like, I have the best subscribers ever. I've said that since day one. Oh, look at that. I'm getting so involved with chatting with all you guys, I'm not checking over here. Okay, so they're back. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. They are back. Okay, so Suzanne told Sheila that she would be concerned with Barry's reaction if Sheila sent the spy pen to her house. So she just said wait until the Florida trip to give it. Suzanne didn't tell Sheila that she used it, according to Harris. Okay, so by what I'm getting from this is Sheila bought the spy pen for Suzanne, and Suzanne did not want her to ship it to her house because she was concerned about Barry's reaction if he's seen it. So Suzanne waited until she went to Florida to go and see, I guess, Sheila, and got it from Sheila at that point. And then Agent Harris is back on the stand, an interview with Jeff Libber on December 18th, 2020, and 3 pages of conversations from the LinkedIn account talking about the spy pen again. Okay, Diane, I'm sorry, but you're going in a timeout. I ask that you don't mention other channels here. Exactly. Suzanne's not on trial here. Barry is. So it's like, I kind of expect this from the defense because they're defending Barry, but oh, it just breaks my heart to hear some of the things that are being said about Suzanne. Nobody is perfect, you guys. Nobody. You know, and if this affair did happen, I don't blame her. I really don't. So I'm not going to victim bash her or anything, especially when she is not alive to even defend herself. Yeah, and absolutely. Where was that? Natasha. Hi, Willow. What difference does it make if she was having an affair? She's missing, probably dead, and he has likely done it. You can make Suzanne look as bad as you want. She cannot defend herself. Exactly. And that's why I said I will not put up with people coming in here and victim bashing Suzanne or, oh, don't tell me she didn't do this or didn't sleep with him. No, I'm not going to listen to it. Like, she's not here to defend herself. Yeah, no woman should have to put up with being controlled in that manner. And like I said, some of these messages at the very beginning, an argument was because Barry was trying to tell her what she couldn't wear. You know, so okay, that just took off on me. Here's what I don't understand. With Barry being controlling like he is, how did she have enough time away to have an affair in other states without Barry? Good question. And like I said, Pop Rocks, I'm really on the fence about if this affair was even real, or is this just somebody that she felt comfortable talking to that gave her that ear to listen, another male, you know, that wasn't a control freak and mean and all these things that Barry became to her. Was this just, did she feel an attachment to this guy because he was a male and that male strong figure, and she just needed a male to understand her and to listen to her because she couldn't get it from her husband? I don't know. Was it a full-blown affair? I don't know. I'm on the fence, you guys. But even if it was, I don't blame her. And I think she was very scared to leave. Yes, it could very well have been Vicky H. Thank you for that. Yes, I'm thinking it was more of maybe a very intimate friendship. I don't think she had a blown out affair. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, and we don't know what scale they're using to define an affair. Yeah, it doesn't give her give Barry a pass to murderer. And we've already heard that Barry was very controlling over the money and they fought a lot about it. Okay. So here we go. The spy pen was found in Suzanne's closet, June 2nd. Learned about Jeff from a conversation that was recorded on February 2020. but at that time didn't know who Jeff was. Harrison believes it was deleted by Suzanne. 2 files were able to be recovered that had been deleted. The 2 files were one of Libler and can't remember the second file. Spy pen. It looks like a black pen that can be plugged in and download the audio. It activates when voices are heard. There were 11 deleted files and 11 saved files. So it was found in Suzanne's closet June 2nd. So maybe as information was coming out and they did the first search and missed this, and maybe Sheila said, remembered, oh my gosh, the spy pen. So did they go on the hunt for that? To get that, don't forget, a year ago, you guys, when I said for the police to get a second search warrant, one is hard enough to get. To get the second one, you have to know exactly what you're looking for, and that has to be in the request for this, the search. Okay? It's very hard to get a second search warrant on a property. Okay? So I believe that this spy pen maybe came out in talks with Sheila. Maybe she remembered, oh my gosh, the spy pen. Did you guys find the spy pen? And maybe that's what they used to go back in and search again. We don't know. I'm just theorizing here. There was another message. Maybe we are in the clear for Valentine's Day. This is one of the messages. Barry won't be around then. Suzanne was heard on the recording saying. But still, even with that, sorry, I was just trying to collect my thoughts here. So even with that, with Suzanne's voice on the recording saying, maybe we're in the clear for Valentine's Day. Barry won't be around then. Why wouldn't Barry be there for his wife on Valentine's Day? So you can see that, yes, 110 search warrants. That's vehicles, that's everything. That's not on the house itself. The search warrants for the house are probably included in that, but that's not 110 search warrants on the house. I think there was 3. But even this, with her saying, maybe we're in the clear for Valentine's Day, Barry won't be around. Why wouldn't Barry have been around for Suzanne on Valentine's Day, Mother's Day? Like their relationship had to be in a really, really bad place, right? For him not to even be there for Mother's Day, Valentine's Day. Yeah, it's weird. Unless it did say that the pen was voice activated. So maybe she didn't know that some of them were on there. Maybe she thought she turned it off. We don't know, right? It's all guessing. Yes, and some daughters do sound like their mother on the phone. Yeah. It's sad. Yes, the Jeff guy is alive, as far as I know. Like I said, you guys, we're just getting little snippets. We will get the full story come trial. Okay, so another recording that is Suzanne's voice. Suzanne says to Jeff, "You're the sweetest thing I've ever known." Okay. I say that to my sister all the time. Like, this is why I'm not seeing anything along the lines of, "I love you. I just can't wait to be with you." I'm not seeing, at least not what's being told right now. I'm not seeing anything like that. So far, what I have seen through these comments that are being sent out from the courtroom is this could very well have been just somebody who was there for emotional support for her. So, like I said, you guys, we're just getting little bits and pieces. So, we are only going to get little bits and pieces of what they want to give us right now. And don't forget, I think this is Barry's defense team that are nitpicking on these things. So, they're looking for the most, they're looking for the things that they can use. Like, look at this, she was having an affair. And if this is the best that they can come up with, I think they have a problem. Because so far, I'm not seeing anything along the lines of, "I love you, we're going to be together." There was one that said, somebody said that they wanted to be married. Now, was that taken out of context? We don't know, because we're not hearing the whole conversations. Let me see if I can see any other. Okay, so some other messages that were on there was, and this is going back to the text messages between her and Sheila. Suzanne says, "He won't speak of divorce. He's begging for another chance. I'm so torn, but I'm sick. My heart, I know who he is. And I told him I'm done. I need peace." So Barry was begging her for another chance. Sorry, you guys, if I'm not answering chat right now. I am searching all over some different sites, some outlets here who are sending messages out from the courtroom just to see if I can't get any additional information. Okay, so there's another conversation. Suzanne said to Libler, cannot live my life without you in it. Libler allegedly left a message to Suzanne saying, baby, you are a sweetheart. This boy craves you, everything about you. Oh. Oh, no. Okay. Suzanne's secret spy pen led investigators to Suzanne's secret affair. That's what Barry's lawyer said. So it's just a comment that Barry's lawyer, Eden, said. Suzanne's secret spy pen led investigators to Suzanne's secret affair. Again, trying to take away from Barry. If you have a normal marriage and a loving marriage, you wouldn't need a spy pen. Why would a wife get a spy pen? Mario, what is that about? Oh gosh, where'd that just go? Oh, you're very welcome, Coat of Many Colors. That's why I ask everybody to hit that like button, because it does send it out into the algorithm and lets more people know that I am live. Ugh. Pop says, you know, he is squirming while sitting there having to see what his wife thought and felt for another man in front of the world. Wow. And yes, you're getting timed out. I ask that you do not mention any other channels here. I don't mind on regular videos, but while I'm doing this, because I'm only going to be answering stuff that I have put up today. Zood said, some men are nothing without the wife and vice versa. History Underfoot says, she gave very many chances. So Forever Young says, so the defense position is that Suzanne is alive and shacked up somewhere with her lover. I don't know. That could very well be what they're trying to say. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see, Forever Young. Yes, Christine, I agree. Barry was lost without someone to bully. And I think it was a money thing too, Christine. Okay, I don't know. Des, are you still in here? I don't know what's being said here in chat. I'm so far behind in chat, but I've had to time out a few people. And now I'm saying that somebody else is saying something nasty. Any of the moderators, please check the chat. So I don't know what this is supposed to mean, but yes, there's no excuse to kill your wife. So I don't know what Elisa said, but let's not victim shame. I can't find the comments, so. That's a very good question, Lisa. Lord knows what avenue they're going to try. We have no idea, but by the looks of it, they're going for the juggler. Yes, biscuits and gravy. I agree. If this was an affair, it was between two consenting adults. So I'm just still on the fence if this was even an affair. I don't know if they were just trying to boast each other. I don't know. But if for 2 years, to have an affair for 2 years and only see each other 6 times, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just on the fence about it. Yes, and this is only the beginning. Thank you, okay, Lancy. This is only the beginning. Okay, what's this? Okay, another one. I don't know what this is about, but if you can check into it, Des. Like I said, I'm so far behind in chat, you guys, that let me check and see if there's anything new over here. Okay, so I don't have the phone anymore. It was a company phone and has been replaced. Technical problems. Can't really hear the recording. Eaton plans to play some of the audio of Jeff Libler himself from the interview with investigators. Okay, so I guess Lauren's having a hard time hearing it. She's having some technical problems there. Let's check the other channels. To see if they're mentioning anything about it. Okay, so on another channel, it says FBI agent Harris says they wouldn't have known about the affair between Suzanne Morphew and Jeff Libler had it not been for the spy pen, which looks like an ordinary black pen. It recorded audio messages between Suzanne and Jeff. So I think some people here are getting ready to tap out. They're all news media, so I don't know if they're going to stay for the full thing or if they're tapping out. I know I've lost one, hasn't posted since before the break. And this one here that I'm also looking at has only posted once since before the break. And that's the one I just read you about. FBI agent Harris says they wouldn't have known about the affair. So I think there's some people in the news media who are already tapping out and maybe going home for the day. No, I think it was already said that her friend said that she bought the pen to try and catch Barry because she thought Barry was messing around on her. No, Barry did not find the pen. It was in Suzanne's closet, and it was found by law enforcement on one of their searches. One of the search warrants they had on the house, that's when it was found, and I believe maybe Sheila gave them a heads up to look for that pen. Barry never found that pen. So this was a shock to Barry that she had this spy pen. No, I don't think Barry found the pen. Yes, they do. Again, you guys, I asked not to mention other people posting and stuff. So somebody else, I don't even see who it was, but just somebody else just got timed out too for posting another site. It wasn't you. Oh, where'd that message go? Oh. Pops Rocks. As far as I know, you haven't said anything wrong. So, like I said, I can't watch all the chat and see every single message, you guys. So if my mods time you out or whatever, then they're doing it for a reason. Okay, someone said, oh, she... Okay, how did I do this now? Okay, wait a minute. I just lost one. Hang on. Oh, there she is. Okay, so where am I here? Okay, so Harris said Liber's phone was pinging off Michigan tours on May 10th. Michigan Towers, I don't know, but her phone, I don't know where Michigan Tours is. Is that around where they lived? I don't know, but apparently that's maybe where this Liber guy lives because his phone was pinging there on May 10th. So he was not near Suzanne Morphew's place on May 10th. Suzanne first reached out to Libler on Facebook. She then suggested using Voxer to communicate. Then they switched to talking on the phone. Investigators just found some journals, but not all journals, according to Harris. Suzanne didn't write about the affair in any of her journals. Okay, and that's, okay, let's go back over here and see. Libler told investigators he wanted to delete his account so it wouldn't hinder the Suzanne Morphew legacy because she was having an affair. Also says he did it to protect himself. Harris also says that the two had a tendency to delete their messages on WhatsApp after they were done talking. He did say Jeff deleted his LinkedIn account after Suzanne went missing. And Barry's lawyer, Eaton, says Suzanne was creating secret accounts and says the secret spy pen led to her secret affair. She says investigators called Jeff in November 2020. She says Jeff never came forward about Suzanne, claims his phone was destroyed that had conversations with her on it. Defense is asking Harris about the recordings on the pen, particularly one with Suzanne Morphew and Jeff Leibler. She told Jeff he is not a homewrecker and she loves him dearly. Ooh. They spoke of plans for Valentine's Day because Morphew would be gone. Okay. Well, now I'm not so much on the fence. And the FBI agent Harris was saying the spy pen Suzanne Morphew bought was to possibly catch Barry Morphew in an affair. And Sheila had said that the pen had the pen delivered to her house, so no one knew about the recording device. Okay, so Suzanne had created a LinkedIn account in August of 2018 and logged into the account frequently until she went missing on May 10th. Yeah, Spicy Bracy. I expected the defense to attack Suzanne like this, and it's very hard to watch. So I'm going to ask again, you guys, it's not to be mean or anything else. Please do not mention other channels or other feeds in the chat. I want to be able to answer everybody's questions, and I can't answer questions on things that I have not personally seen and are not verified through news media. So again, if you do that, you're going to be timed out the first time and then blocked the second. It's not to be mean, but it's to keep everything straight here. I want, in this coverage, I want only verified stuff that is coming out of the courtroom. And that is why I'm saying I don't want other channels mentioned or other streams mentioned, because I didn't personally see it and I am held responsible for what is on my channel. Okay, so she had used her dad's phone to order pizza and found the message from Suzanne. I'm not sure who they're talking about right there. That's why I'm saying some of these comments that are being sent out, I have no idea who she's talking about, but she's saying she had used her dad's phone to order pizza and found the messages from Suzanne. So could that be maybe Jeff's daughter? Suzanne had planned a trip to New Orleans in February and asked if Jeff would like to meet her there. Okay, she had used her. Okay, so I'm assuming that um, Jeff may have some children, and one of his children might have found that message on her dad's phone. I do believe that Jeff will be called to the stand in the trial. I don't think he's going to be called because they're already really talking about him. I think they would have saved that this information to talk about once Jeff was on the stand. So I don't know if I don't know. I don't have the witness list. So they may be saving him for the trial. Yes, and this is just the very beginning. Thank you for that, dear you. Oh my gosh, Boise. I'm sorry to hear that you are at the ER with a cracked rib. Oh my gosh. I hope everything goes well. I'm sorry to hear that. But thank you. There's a dedicated subscriber at the ER with a cracked rib and waiting for x-rays. So she's still following along. You are a darling. See, there you go. I used that word. You're a darling. We're not having an affair, though, okay? But some of the other messages I just seen, I don't know. Starting to get me worried. But like I said, even if she was having an affair, I mean, does it make it right? No. But knowing the position that she was in, I'm still not saying what she did was right, but I can understand why. So we're not getting too many more messages coming through here from the courtroom. TJ says, when I used a recorder, I had several planted. Several. That's the only way to do it in case they move around. Leah Free. Thank you. Whoops. Affairs aren't illegal. Murder is. Yeah, I think they're going to try and do a lot of different things. But still, regardless, It was well planned. And for him to get a reduced sentence, I could see it if he would have came forward and said, okay, look it, I lost my mind. This is what happened. I lost my mind. But he continued and continued to make up different theories and stories and sold stuff. And he knew what he was doing. I think he was going to flee. So I don't think that's gonna fly. That's right. Whether it was right or wrong, she did not deserve death. I don't think he's going to have much of a choice, Candalee. Yes, Sherry McClellan says, I believe Jeff was Suzanne's soft pillow when you needed comfort. Yes. Yep, and we are only at day 1, you guys. No, this is the defense bringing this out. The defense is cross-examining the FBI agent. So it's the defense that is digging up all this dirt. There's some off the cuff. If it was well planned, Barry would have had to put together a last minute job in Broomfield as an alibi. Exactly, and that's exactly what he did. Because if you guys remember correctly, the company that he said that was hired them to do the wall did not put a rush on it. They had no idea that Barry was even going there that day. So that blew that right out of the water for Barry. Yeah, it's the only play that he does have. So I don't know if that is it for today, you guys. I'm not seeing any other. Oh, okay, here we go. A bunch of them just popped up. She was worried that if Barry looks up records, what if Barry looks up records? He had no idea that we had talked to each other. Eaton added from the report. So I don't know if this is more of conversation she had with Jeff or her friend, but I guess she was worried. What if Barry looks up records? He had no idea we had talked to each other. Agent Harris is looking through reports of the conversation with Libler that investigators have. Libler mentioned that Suzanne had told him that Barry had seen some messages and that they needed to switch communication apps. Eaton said she never heard it on the recordings. Yes, Boise, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Okay, so Jeff has children. So, but I guess Suzanne did tell Jeff that Barry had seen some messages and that they needed to switch communication apps. Investigators have never found Suzanne Morphew's phone or the charger she leaves plugged in next to her bed. So investigators had what was backed up on the iCloud as well as phone records from the phone company. Eaton asked if Suzanne had a SIM card. Harris said no. Yes, I guess at the time of that they believe Suzanne Morphew was murdered and went missing. This Jeff guy, his phone was in Michigan. So I'm assuming that any alibi that he had saying he was in Michigan, his phone is matching that. Yes. I agree, Grey Wolf. Well, right now I'm at 10 after 6 my time. So I believe they're going to go till probably at least 5. I don't think that, Elisa, I don't think that he never had it in him. I just think it was very misplaced. I believe he might have loved Suzanne at one time deeply, but I think that all changed. But good comment. Thank you. Yes, I agree. Narcissists only love themselves. Okay, so on November 26, 2018, there were 7 calls between Suzanne and Jeff that totaled 4 hours. The next day, she texted Sheila saying she had a tough talk with Barry, but she didn't mention the new relationship with Jeff. According to Eaton, which is Barry's lawyer, Jeff and Suzanne spoke 26 times between January 4th and 11th of 2019. Harris is looking at the phone records to confirm. He said it was 19, but he might just need readers. He didn't have the 11th day of data. All right, sorry, you guys. I was just checking to see if there was anything new anywhere else. Yes, it does take a lot out of you when you're married to a controlling person, a narcissist. Yes, thank you for joining. I will be back at 10 a.m. again tomorrow morning. But they are still going right now. So for those of you who want to stick around and hear what else comes out. Yeah, Kay Alley says yes. Telling Suzanne what to wear. Yeah, apparently that was one of their fights. What one of their fights was about what Suzanne could and could not wear. Yes, I don't know how they're going to do it either, you guys. And that this is just this is still the prosecutors. Sorry, I am so tired. The prosecutors are still putting their evidence in. The defense hasn't even started yet. So that's going to be nasty. So you're not going to want to miss the 23rd and 24th. If the judge only gives the prosecution the 9th and 10th and then gives the 23rd and 24th to the defense, the 23rd and 24th is going to be nasty. Oh, I don't even want to think about it, you guys. So I find that odd too, that Suzanne's phone charger that is always left plugged in next to her bed is also missing. So right there, somebody in that house took her charger and her phone. Let me check over here. I just want to check the other feeds that I have, you guys, to see if there's anything over there. Hello and welcome, Maureen. Thank you to everybody joining in. If you haven't hit that like button, please hit that like button. It lets everybody know that we are live. It helps, and also gives some appreciation to all the time I am putting in to bring this all to you. I am not monetized, as you can see at the bottom of your screen. There is no super chats or anything. So all I ask is you hit that thumbs up. It's free, and it really helps me out and helps out the channel. Yeah, and the more the defense is focusing on this, that gives him motive. So this may just backfire on them. We haven't heard nothing about Suzanne's handbag yet. Yeah, as far as they are saying right now, biscuits and gravy, I don't know if other investigators have other information that some don't know. I don't know. But yes, that was said earlier that as far as the investigators know at this point, nothing, no proof has been found that Barry had an affair. So thank you for that. I think he was checked out of his marriage long ago, Terry. And I think Suzanne knew that. And I think Suzanne was checked out too, because just the way Barry was treating her. I mean, it's her inheritance that she got that paid for that Puma Path home. Yes, I wish that I could stream it live for you guys, okay? But this is the best I can do, and I'm just hoping that it's enough. Okay, so defense is saying now that Suzanne used her friend Sheila as an excuse to go to see Jeff Liebler. Says she would tell Barry Morphew she was going to have a girls' weekend. She took one trip to New Orleans and surprised Jeff. She allegedly told her husband and friend she was going alone. Hmm. Yes, I will be going live again tomorrow morning when this starts for the second day. I do think I'm going to have to purchase a membership now with StreamYard, because you're only allowed so many free hours a month, and I'm going to probably be over those free hours today. So I'm probably going to have to purchase the membership so I can continue doing this. Well, actually, I can do it on YouTube itself. So I might just use YouTube tomorrow instead, like, because I don't have anything really to share. Like, I can't show you anything, so tomorrow I might just go straight through the YouTube instead. Yeah, I think he is going to try and pin it on somebody else. But like I said, you guys, the prosecutors have to have a lot that we still don't have. We haven't even got the tip of the iceberg yet. So, okay, defense says Suzanne Morphew's dad says she was supposed to see him in Florida for 4 days in 2019, but abruptly left for what he thought was to go meet Barry. Defense says she was actually going to see Jeff. So apparently, from what the defense is saying, is that Suzanne Morphew's dad, who is also passed and can't be here to stand up for himself, apparently her dad said that she was supposed to go and see him in Florida for 4 days, but abruptly left and went and met Jeff. Well, I thought she didn't tell anybody about Jeff. So how would anybody know that she left abruptly for what he thought was to go meet Barry? But the defense says she was actually going to see Libler. Well, how do they know that if she didn't tell anybody? Like, they're talking out of both sides of their mouth too. Like, you just said that she didn't tell anybody, and now you're saying, the defense is saying, well, actually, she was going to see Jeff. Well, how do you know that? You can't just make stuff up and assume when you're, when there's a murder case going on. You can't just assume things and put that into the record as fact when when these defense attorneys themselves said that Suzanne didn't tell anybody about this affair. Okay, so how can they say that she was actually going to meet Jeff if nobody knew she was even seeing Jeff? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, so I was under the understanding you guys wanted to watch this during the day with me. Would you guys rather, number one, me continue tomorrow doing exactly what I've done today? If that's what you want, press 1. If you would rather me just watch everything and then do a video the following day and give you the rundown of what was said, press 2. Christine, I'll get that PayPal link if Des can't, or if Des can put in the PayPal link. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought you guys all wanted to see it and hear it as it was happening, so that's why I've done it this way. But there was a couple comments in chat about saying, why don't I just watch it and then give you guys the rundown? And that would make it a lot more work for me. I would have a duotang filled in one day of notes. So we will do this again today. Again tomorrow, like we have done today. So the majority seems to think that they want it done the same way I've done it today. Okay, let me just check to see if anything else has been updated here, you guys. Oh, you're very welcome, Elizabeth. Yeah, for me to have to write everything down would be a lot of work. And like I said, my channel is not monetized, so I'm not making any money off of this. I'm doing this to get Suzanne's story out there. And for you guys that have been kept from seeing the arrest affidavit like I have, to be able to hear what's going on. Des, can you throw up the link, please, to my PayPal? Somebody was asking for the link. And for those of you who have donated through my PayPal, thank you very much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Like I said, I took off the monetization because I just found there was way too many commercials, you guys. So I'm trying, and because I had some difficulties with some stuff with YouTube, so trying to get my tax information straightened away and whatnot. So I may bring it back at some point, as well as the memberships and stuff like that. I know there was quite a few people that had become paid members of my channel that really miss that. Des, were you able to put up the PayPal link? I don't know. Okay, there it is. Okay, so the PayPal link is there, you guys. It's Above and Beyond Ancestor. So www.paypal.com/PayPalMe/Above and Beyond Ancestor. There's no readings at the end. It just is /Above and Beyond Ancestor. So for whoever was asking for that, there you go. Yes, I do think that the creek is going to come into play too, Stace, on the case. That's what I'm trying to find right now. I'm still watching the tweets. Okay, there's another tweet already up here. So I do believe they'll probably be going for another half hour. This says, defense says Jeff planned to come see Suzanne in Colorado in March, but COVID hit. By April 2020, defense says the two were talking about love and calling each other their soulmates. They were sending nude photographs to each other and saying they should get married. Oh. Oh. Well then. I don't need to see that. So I can just imagine, don't forget that the two girls are sitting in court listening to this, and this is the defense bringing this stuff out. Yeah. Jan would like the link to the petition. If one of the mods can please put up the link to the petition. And what I will do tomorrow is I will have the link to the petition in the description of the video. Oh, thank you, Angie. Aw, you're so kind. Thank you, Cindy. So Cindy just put up the link to the petition. Yeah, I didn't. So did Alley Cat. Thank you, Alley. Des just put it up too. Thank you to all the mods. The out was, I will read it again, wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. Defense says Jeff planned to come see Suzanne Morphew in Colorado in March, but COVID hit. By April 2020, defense says the two were talking about love and calling each other their soulmates. They were also sending nude photographs to each other and saying they should get married. Yes, somebody also said that they had to try a couple times with the PayPal to get it to work. So PayPal may be having some issues. And I thank you guys very much for your donations through PayPal. I agree. I agree. Hello, Missy. Yeah, and oops, where did that go? Right here. Barry doesn't seem worried that his daughters are hearing all this. Yeah. Wow. So Suzanne wished marriage to someone she felt loved her. No crime in that. Alyssa, you cracked me up. Okay, what did you say? Haha. Absolutely daring deeds. Did Barry send Jeff nudes and pose like Suzanne? Oh, Alyssa. Oh, girl. Yes. And I think that's where they're getting some of this information. While fighting cancer. Yes. Krista, please don't mention other feeds and that in my chat, please. Okay, so according to Harris, it was Jeff that got Suzanne into mountain biking as well as drinking IPA. They talked like lovers together. She had told Jeff that they needed to be husband and wife. Liber asked, marry me? Harris said that Suzanne and Jeff were calling each other soulmates and were talking like lovers. Eaton asked if they had sent nude pictures to one another, and Harris says yes. So Harris is the FBI agent that's on the stand. Suzanne met with Jeff in February of 2019 in New Orleans, April 2019 in Indiana, July 2019 in Michigan, October 19th in Dallas, February 2020 in Florida, and Jeff was planning a trip to Colorado in March 2020, but then COVID hit. Mountain Life, they are getting this from her phone records and stuff along those things. Oh, Alyssa. Diane Harlow, yes, my dear. Like I said, I took all my monetization off of my channel, especially with these trials coming up too. I'm in it for the victims. So if people do want to donate, yes, I do have PayPal, and I generally use that for my paid private reads. But if people do want to donate, they can donate through my PayPal. Yes, kind of, sort of, searching for justice, but some of the chats that are coming to light, oh, is Jeff's face plastered on the internet? Oh my gosh. Hey, Doug, how are you, my dear? How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. Thank you for stopping in. Oh, thank you, Jan. And thank you for signing that petition. I think we are going to get that sent over to Lauren. I think any help that the media can get to, and our petition just may help. Okay, what is this? My sister sent me something. Okay, so Colorado abolishes the death penalty. Governor commutes sentences of death row prisoners. So I don't know. I don't know if the death penalty, you guys, I don't have time to read through that right now. Thank you, sis, for sending me that, though. I don't know if it is a death penalty case, but we will have to wait and see. Okay, so the next is a text message from Suzanne to Sheila. I'd live in a shack right now. I'm sure he won't make it easy. He has always wanted control. Defense says no one knows if two of them communicated on WhatsApp the day before Suzanne Morphew went missing. Last thing Jeff said to Morphew was that his gang, his family, was his home. Was home. So the defense doesn't know if they communicated on WhatsApp, but Jeff said the last thing he said to Suzanne was that his gang, his family, was home. So whatever that means. Danny, if they are in the courtroom right now, I don't think they're going to be called as witnesses. And no shade taken. No worries. Oh, and there goes my chat again. Sorry, you guys, the chat is going by me so fast. So I'm sorry if I've missed anybody. And I'm trying to, okay. Jeff had told Suzanne allegedly that Ecuador is a cheap place to live with good health care. So on December 9th, 2019, Suzanne's iCloud account discovered that she was researching language schools in Ecuador. Oh. Oh, wow. So, I mean, to me, that doesn't sound like they were trying to get into a relationship, because Jeff told Suzanne that Ecuador is a cheap place to live with good health care. And then Suzanne started researching language schools in Ecuador. So if Jeff is saying he's staying in Michigan, Michigan's home, and his family is home, this doesn't sound like they were having an affair if Suzanne is researching to maybe go to Ecuador. So, like I said, I'm still iffy about this. I don't know. I don't know what to think right now. Oh, sorry. It was December 27th. December 27th, 2019. Suzanne's iCloud account discovered that she was researching language schools in Ecuador. So Lauren corrected herself because she gave the wrong date. Oh, I can guarantee you that Jeff's going to be called to testify. I can almost guarantee you. Yes, and Barry was woods about Suzanne using CBD or marijuana for her cancer too. Yes, Jeff may have been um, helping her with a plan to get out of her marriage. And maybe it was some friendly banter. Oh, we should get married. I love you. But then they're sending nudes to each other. So that takes it to a whole new level there. Okay, there's another one here that has dropped out, hasn't posted any updates from the court in over a half an hour. So I'm just going to get rid of them and stick with these two that I have here that are still pumping out information from the court. Yes, I agree. Because we're only getting bits and pieces, right, you guys? Yeah, give the money back to the Mormons. Give it back to Suzanne's family, all that money that he got for the sale of that house, because he made money on that house. Give that money back. Give that back to the Mormon family. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. Zulema is from Chile, and Alex traveled to Colombia. So there you go. Yes, we are only getting bits and pieces. So, I mean, there's probably a lot more in that affidavit that they're skipping over because they're just not going to have the time to go over every single thing. Uh-oh. Pueblo Police Department, please avoid the area of East Albany Avenue and East 7th. There's a huge fire. Pueblo Fire Department is fighting a large structure fire in the area. Oh my gosh, it looks like 3-4 houses engulfed. So one of the people that I am following for the live updates from the court just tweeted that out. So if anybody is in that area, Pueblo police have issued a warning for people to stay out of the area of East 7th and Pueblo, or East Albany Avenue and East 7th Street in Pueblo, because the fire department is fighting a large structure fire. There is a video that goes with this, and it looks to me like there's 4 very nice, huge houses that are fully engulfed. And there's media heading to the scene. There's not any other tweets yet coming out of the courtroom, so I figured I might as well put that out there too. So if any of you are in that area, I get it. I wish we could move past this, Amber, and just get to the meat of the matter. But unfortunately, I've got to follow on what's coming out of the court. So I wish they would move it along too, but they're setting a foundation, and the defense is fighting that and trying to break down that foundation. The prosecution's building the foundation to show why he killed Suzanne, and the defense is trying to break that down. This is the hearing that is going to decide whether he goes to trial or not, if there's enough evidence to bring him to trial. So they're going to be as thorough as they can. Yeah, it does seem that way. I don't think he snapped either. I think this was very well planned out. Very well planned out. Okay, can Allie, can you stop mentioning the tweets and this and that, please? Or you are going to be blocked. I do have several people up that I am following. I have a lot going on, and I will jump to it as soon as I can. Okay, so there's another one here that says, defense says Jeff did not think Barry knew that Suzanne was seeing him. Jeff told investigators that he believes Barry would have come after him if that were the case. So now I will jump over to Lauren's and see what she says. Okay, so Lawrence is saying Libler didn't believe that Barry Morphew knew about him. If he knew about me, he would have came after me. I just don't think he knew that Suzanne and I were together. As well as trying to talk to everybody in chat and bounce between all these that I have open, trying to get the information out. Just let me get to it, please. Okay, defense says Jeff did not think Barry Morphew knew that Suzanne was seeing him. Yeah, he was very obsessed with money. I believe that he was scared, you know what, Les? Cindy, because if Suzanne knew this guy from high school, then that means Barry knows who he is. And seeing what happened to Suzanne, I bet you he was terrified that Barry was coming to kill him next. Right? Oh, thank you, Marlene. I try. No, Suzanne is definitely not alive. I don't know, man. I don't know too many grown men that are pretty. I mean, I know a lot of grown men that are pretty tough and strong, but you're no match against a bullet. In today's society, people don't fight with their fish. With their fish. If I see somebody fighting with fish, I wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, let's move on to what I was about to say. Back in the day, scores were settled by fighting with your fists. Now it's guns. Um, you're not Superman. You're no competition for a gun. So Lord knows if Suzanne told Jeff about the incident where she was in the closet, where she was forced in the closet and Barry put a gun to his head. If he was told about that, maybe that's why he was scared to come forward, because he thought that Barry would come and kill him next. Yeah, and knives, yeah. Helen, I'm so tired. It's like, I haven't seen any pictures of this Jeff guy yet. I have been too busy on here. Yeah, and Barry finding out about this and possibly knowing this guy from high school is a big motive. And he had time to plan this. Jeff probably too. Yes, I think he would be more concerned with getting a bullet in his head than losing his family. But I believe that yes, he was probably scared to lose his own family too, that they would leave. Okay, let me check the tweets again here, you guys. Nothing new there. Let's check over here. Let's check over here. Okay, so nobody's got new tweets up yet. I'll slap you with my slap you with my fish. Oh my gosh, you guys don't know. It's been a rough weekend here where I live. There's just been so much going on. A friend of mine that lives a couple doors down had a home invasion done, so we were kept up with the police and everything half the night on that because they wanted to see all my surveillance videos, and then fights and everything happening in the street. I don't know what was it, a full moon this weekend, you guys? I don't know what the hell was going on here, but I did not get much sleep this weekend. Thank you for posting that, Cindy. Barry might fight with a fish. Well, he may have some spare fish to give to the mountain lions, right? Yeah, I don't think anybody is annoyed with Jeff. I actually feel bad for him because this may cost him, if it hasn't already, this may cost him his family. So, yeah, I'm not going to allow anybody to start attacking this guy either. But I don't know. It's just sad. I'm in shock. I'm sad. I mean, it's not like we've heard stuff that we didn't know. Things have come out that we didn't know. But there's still so much more to come, you guys. This isn't even the worst of it, nowhere near it. So it's like, I don't know, but I do feel bad. I think that this Jeff guy really did have some feelings for Suzanne, and maybe Suzanne had feelings for him, and maybe he did really want to try and help her. Yes, and he also filled out Suzanne's voting ballot. Jeff, somebody just said Jeff. She's somebody. Okay. Rivers said Jeff. I'm lost. Jeff. It has come out, Rivers, in some recordings that were brought out in court today that Suzanne was having a 2-year affair, apparently, with this guy named Jeff. So I could see why Jeff didn't come forward with bringing the affair to light. Yes, I do realize that, but I think he was more scared of getting a bullet to the head from Barry. He probably thought that Suzanne was killed because Barry found out about the affair, and he was probably scared for his life. Yes, presumed affair. Thank you, Carol. I will put that up. Thank you, Carol. Presumed affair, because we don't know if it was really an affair. I mean, but if they're sending nude pictures back and forth, yeah, you don't do that with your friends. I don't know what to think of all this. It's coming, Allie, Kay Allie. They have to start at the beginning, and sometimes it's tedious, and there's a lot of little things that standing alone really don't mean a whole lot. But once you put all those little things together, it could be something big, and the prosecution needs that because they don't have a body. So every little tiny thing that they can get, they have to use. I know it's disheartening to hear some of this stuff and whatnot and have to sit through it, but they need every little piece to build a circumstantial case. I mean, I see big things happening if they ever do find Suzanne. History underfoot. He was told, I think he found out on May 12th. I think that's, somebody correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, but I think at the beginning of this morning, it was brought out that he found out on May 12th. I got a pretty good memory sometimes, but sometimes it's really bad. The first time he found out about Suzanne being missing was on May 12th. And yes, Jeff does have an alibi, and his phone pinged on May 10th in Michigan. So couple that with his alibi and his phone pinging in Michigan. I do not believe for 1 minute that this guy had anything to do with Suzanne going missing. Yes. Mountain Mama, I agree wholeheartedly. Like, we haven't even touched the big stuff yet. We're just getting all the little pieces that they need that's going to lead to that big stuff. Okay? They have something big, believe me, but they need all these little bits and all these crumbs that they're going to put together to make a whole cookie. Okay? And that all those crumbs are going to prove the big thing that they have. I don't know what that big thing is, but it's going to make one hell of a big chocolate chip cookie. I can guarantee you that. Or they wouldn't have been able to get him even to this point. Okay, judges released S.A. Harris from the stand for the day. He'll be back tomorrow morning. Asked both attorneys to work to come to an agreement about S.A. Harris' report on several things. Court is in recess. Okay, so we are done for the day, you guys. So they are going to be stopping. I am seeing at 5 p.m. So, yes, it's going to be a big cookie. Something might be on that pen, Megan, that they've not gotten to yet. Okay. So let's, I don't think they got steamrolled biscuits and gravy. I really don't. Like I said, the stuff that they brought out today are just the little crumbs. Okay. And they need all those little crumbs. So when they bring out this big thing, that big thing will all make sense. And those little crumbs will help tie it to Barry. So let's have some faith and let's cross our fingers and pray for Suzanne. But like I said, this is only day one, you guys. There's 3 more days of this, and they are laying out all the crumbs to make the big cookie make sense. Okay, so I want to thank each and every one of you. I will be live again tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. It starts at 8 a.m. Colorado time, so that is 10 a.m. my time. Right here, the same way, the same place as you found me today, you will find me tomorrow. Hit that subscribe button so you're made aware when I do go live. Hit the notification bell. I will be putting up a link sometime tonight for the link for tomorrow's morning session. And you will be able to hit that to get a reminder. So thank you all. You're very welcome, you guys. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. Elma says, I want a spy pen. I want a spy pen. So let's keep an open mind, you guys, and let's see how all this is going to tie together for the prosecution to make this big chocolate chip cookie, okay? Right now, we're just getting through all the little crumbs that are laying on the ground. Those are all being glued together, and those are all going to lead to the big cookie. Okay, and it's going to make that big cookie look good. Okay, which means it's going to make what they do have, the big stuff that they have, it's going to make it all make sense. So I will see you all again tomorrow morning. Thank you very much to my mods for all your hard work. I appreciate you so much. And I will see you guys all again tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, right here. And we will be covering day 2 of this preliminary hearing with Barry Morphew. Until the next time, you guys, please take care of yourselves and please stay safe. Love you all. Bye-bye for now.